Hello, and welcome back to the 2005 WRX Rebuild Series. In this episode, I will try and start up the car for the first time and diagnose its issues. Before attempting a first start, I wanted to complete a quick maintenance list, which included changing the oil, replacing the spark plugs, and draining out the old fuel. I started with draining the oil and inspecting it. Besides the oil looking very old and dark, it looked decent as far as I could tell. Sadly, the oil provided me with false hope because after inspecting the oil filter, it looked like there were traces of fine metal particles in it that looked like it might be from, dare I say, the copper rod bearings. I kept this in mind and put fresh oil in the engine. I still wanted to get the car running to further diagnose its current state. My next maintenance task was to replace the spark plugs. To do this, I disconnected the connectors and removed the coil packs. With the coil pack removed from the spark plug hole, I could access the plugs. The spark plugs looked pretty good and fairly new with only a bit of carbon buildup on the electrode. I replaced them with new NGK plugs for peace of mind. My next maintenance item was to drain the old fuel out of the tank. I bought the car with a full tank of bad gas, so it was a lot of fuel to drain. After doing some research, I found that the easiest way to drain the fuel is to use the return fuel line in the engine bay. I disconnected the fuel return line and connected it to a hose leading to a bucket. To get the fuel pump to run, I cycled the key in the ignition between the on and off positions until the pump drained the fuel tank completely. This definitely took a little bit of time, and I filled up 3 5-gallon buckets of fuel, but the process worked great. After draining all the old fuel, it was time to add in some new gas and prime the fuel lines. I did the same process of cycling the ignition on and off, which in turn cycled the fuel pump to prime the lines. With the oil changed, spark plugs replaced, and the fuel system primed with new fuel, it was time to attempt a first start. The first couple attempts went pretty poorly, and I quickly realized I needed a new battery and a jump pack for some extra juice. After replacing the battery and hooking up the jump pack, the car turned over strong, and every once in a while, it sounded like it would fire. After a few minutes of trying to start the car with no success, I decided to check the coil packs for spark on each cylinder. This handy tool connects the coil pack to the spark plug and emits a light when spark is present. Going through all the cylinders, I found that all the coil packs were working as they should. Alright, I tested to make sure I had spark at every cylinder, and that looked good. So we're just going to try and start it again and see what happens.
No way. We got started.
Oh. That's something. I don't know if it sounds good, but it's something.